A few months ago, I talked about a creepy TikTok family, more specifically a dad and daughter duo, the dad being Patrick Getchell and the daughter being Sarah Getchell. For full context of the story, go watch the first video on this first. It is also linked in the description, so you can just immediately go down there and tap on it to see the first video on this topic. This is a very odd story that is deep and includes some very disturbing things and explains a lot of stuff and shows a lot more than this video will about the creepy side and aspect of this family. Really recommend watching the first video because it's such an interesting video and conversation. There's some topics in there that I learned about that are just bizarre, but I find that stuff so interesting. Maybe I'm just a little strange. I guess you kind of have to be a YouTuber like myself. But I just recently checked back up on this creepy TikTok family, and there has been some interesting updates and theories. The wife made a quote response video, if you want to call it that, to all the criticism and hate that the family has been getting.
Hi everyone. I asked Sarah if I could use her channel to make this video. I've stayed quiet for a while now. I've watched the internet attack my daughter and my husband, and it's really pissing me off, but I stayed quiet. I am done staying quiet. What the hell is wrong with you people? My husband is the sweetest and kindest man. He would never hurt a fly, let alone his family. Come on, guys. If you ever met him and actually knew him, you would think so too. Now, because I choose not to be on camera, everybody thinks I'm forced not to be on camera. Nobody forces me to do anything. I don't like to be on camera a lot. I tend to get flustered, so I'd rather stay in the background. I had to write a script to get this out so it doesn't seem so jumbled, and it doesn't help that I'm downright off. Also, just because I'm a kind and caring person and have a sweet personality, it doesn't mean that I'm pushover or mentally delayed. As you can see, I have a tough side. If you mess with my family, you'll see more of it than you want to. So back off. Sarah has her channel here, Patrick has his cooking channel, and I'm here to support them. Not because I'm jealous or forced to, it's because I want to, and if you don't like it, scroll. I might start posting on my channel again. I will not go live, I'm just not interested in that. When I do start posting, Sarah will put my channel in her link tree. Oh, and for those idiots who think my daughter and my husband are mean to me, grow the f*** up and get a clue! We tease and joke around with each other all the time. Sarah is an incredible daughter, and Patrick is a wonderful husband and a great father. So all you trolls can shut the f*** up and leave us alone. Sorry guys for all the cussing. I'm just tired of these trolls attacking my family. I'm also sorry for going off like that. I just can't take it anymore. I hope you all understand, never piss off a mother. I really do hope you all have an amazing day.
The video is obviously made with a script that she claims that she made. The wife was never really seen in videos as she's always off camera and said herself that she chose to be this way. But overall, the response video was not great at all as the script was poorly read and doesn't seem genuine. Some people are theorizing that the dad made this script and was making her read it. I feel like if this response video was genuine, it wouldn't be so forcefully read and really fake, but they are older, so they probably didn't even think of that. But even Sarah has made better responses in the past. As far as I know, they have never made a video going after my video or any response about it that wasn't just generally towards their quote trolls, which I never really expected a response video at all. I always think in the back of my mind that'd be interesting to get one. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. Unless her response about the quote mentally delayed part was towards me. I feel like I might have said that in my last video, I'm not exactly sure. I would say that she does seem to be a bit mentally delayed, not just the mom but the entire family, as this behavior definitely has to be because of some mental delay of some sort. I feel it seems like they delete a lot of the hate comments, but some still slip through. I know if they posted on Instagram Reels, they would get so much hate and harassment on there. These people are exactly who you would find on Instagram Reels, and they could not handle what they would say on there. If you think TikTok comments are bad, Instagram is 10 to 100 times worse. Also, it's really funny on there. There has been still, again, some comments that slip through, but it just does not hit the same. And also on Instagram, it'd be so overwhelming that they would delete their accounts even quicker. If you all remember, they made a lot of accounts and switched from genre to genre. And now the dad, Patrick, has a cooking account where he shows off the food he makes called Cooking Up Positivity. They even now include the kid Hunter in these videos, who wasn't really shown in the past. I think Hunter is like a early teen, which, you know, you probably still shouldn't have your kids online like that. But he's been posting them forever, ever since he was like really little. So to me, deleting accounts and making new ones like Patrick does seems so schizo to me and so stupid in so many ways. I've talked about before in the past, like he's deleting all the progress he's made on one account just to make a new one, or just make the same content. You're not going to really have anyone new. This new cooking account posted its first video on the 1st of October. If you don't remember, he took a break and deactivated or deleted his last account after all the comments he got, but returned with his own account after a little over a month break, which I predicted this would happen. Also, he didn't even last maybe a week on his hiatus, as he'd come back to bother Sarah during one of her TikTok live streams. Just can't get away from her for whatever reason. A lot of these weirdos are simply just addicted to social media and cannot stay off these platforms and stop posting. It's so strange, and it's just such a repeated behavior that is so interesting to me, and maybe it's a bit deeper than what I think, but all of these weirdos online that I have talked about before in the past never want to leave the internet and then insist on keeping on, despite them like making new accounts and not getting far at all before getting banned. Patrick's return video on this account kind of talks about what happened, and I'll show that video here.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my brand new channel. Now, some of you may know me from my other channel with my daughter Sarah. We called ourselves the Dad and Daughter Dream Team, and yeah, we kind of are. But the internet wasn't ready for such a wonderful, awesome father-daughter team, so they tried to push us out with hate and false accusations of an inappropriate relationship. So, this is Sarah's studio. This is where her channel began, so it's kind of, well, it didn't begin, it kind of just got a new direction. So it's kind of appropriate that my channel starts here too. So I got pushed out. I let Sarah do her own thing because I figured it was probably best. But I realized something. I still have a lot to offer in the form of my positive attitude and my wisdom and cooking. I love to cook, and it seems like people love that. So what should y'all expect here on this brand new channel? Well, just exactly what it sounds like. We're going to be cooking. I'm going to be giving you tips and tricks from, how to cook, positivity quotes, positive stories, inspirational and motivational quotes, and just about anything else that has to do with positivity or cooking. My title series used to be called Cooking with Dad, will now be known as Cooking Up Positivity, the same as my channel name. And this series will have a unique twist. So each cooking video will have kind of a theme or a topic. And I will give a story or some sort of, anyway, it's going to add positivity. So I'm going to talk about, positivity and motivation and stuff like that while I'm cooking an incredible meal. Now, unfortunately, this series can't be daily because, well, I don't get to cook every day, unfortunately. With work, and I get busy. Sometimes Sarah has to cook supper for us. Sometimes Teresa. She mostly bakes, though. Incredible baker. Maybe you'll see some of her work here, but I don't know. She's a bit camera shy. But I will always have at least one video posted daily. Whether it be a motivational quote, a motivational message, inspirational story, or just some motivational or inspirational sound that I find on TikTok that I want to share with you. Now later on, as I grow, we're going to do some lives. I'll give you, cooking tips, positivity quotes, just talk, whatever. But we have a cool idea, Sarah and I. So when we go live, we're going to go live together. And we'll do some battles for fun, or just talk to our fans together on live, but not really together. It's going to be cool. You're going to love it. I hope y'all are as excited for this new journey as I am. And I want to assure you, you will never get anything but positivity from me. Which means any negativity is going to get blocked. And that has no place here. Period. Now, I also take requests. You know, I love to cook new stuff. So, if you have a dish that you would like to see me cook, keep in mind I'm going to put my own spin on it because that's just me. But, if you do have a request, you can comment on any of my videos and ask. And I see all my comments, every single one of them. I read them all. Okay, so now it's time for a teensy little disclaimer. Okay? So, keep in mind, we currently live in a small apartment building in Garland, Texas. It used to be a hotel. They converted it into apartments. Now, as such, we kind of don't have all the bells and whistles. Now, we do have a 2-burner stove, countertop, and we don't have an oven, but I do have a toaster oven, so I can do most of the stuff I want to do. But there still may be some things I can't do with my current equipment. But that's okay. It's not a big deal. We dealt with this before when we lived in the extended stay for a year or two. But that's fine. So just keep in mind there may be some limits. I might not be able to cook everything you want just now. So I'm going to be working on getting a larger oven and more tools that I can use to cook whatever I want to. So be patient. If I can't make your dish currently, I will figure out a way to get it done. Okay, so that was kind of a bit of a long introduction. Sorry, I talked too much. Anyway, now we get to move on to the real content that you want. So later today, I will be posting my very first episode of Cooking Up Positivity. This one I like to title Comfort in Time of Need. So you'll have to watch that to see what it's all about. In the meantime, as Sarah always says, remember, stay positive and have an amazing day.
On the screen as well, I'll also show pictures of some of the cooking and probably also part of some of the videos that he has made. They are pretty long. I might just show one because I'm not a cooking expert, so if anyone knows about cooking and if he's doing it right or if he's doing it wrong, let me know. If at least it looks decently made or cooked. Honestly, these cooking videos are very boring. I'll show you all one example just because I want you all to not to go to the TikTok account and have to watch one of these full examples. I'll try to find a decently made video that also has something that you would probably make at home as well. But a lot of these videos are over 10 minutes long on TikTok, which is very long on TikTok. But I mean, making long videos on TikTok is fine. The reason that they're long is just so they can make more money off of them. Also, these are very lazy. I know that they don't have good equipment and everything, but these videos are really low effort and really low quality. It's just them holding a camera there for the longest time possible while he sits there and just doesn't really talk that much. Or even whenever he does talk, there's just he says, "Oh, I have such a love and passion for cooking," but he just does not sound like it at all while cooking. And I've seen so many other greater videos and shorter videos on TikTok of people doing the same exact thing that he does, but way better quality and way more meaning to it. Because there's people that, will make a video like his, that they make a food, they cook it, they show you how to cook it in less than 5 minutes, in less than probably 2 or 1 minute, actually. And it's just so weird to me because, to me, this just seems another disingenuous thing. I also want to show the sauces like I talk about in a minute as he makes his own sauce. I want to show you that video just to show what he is, attempting to sell to people. And, but yeah, these are incredibly long and just so low effort and low quality. I'll put a timestamp down below, and so you don't have to watch the entire video unless you're very interested in seeing what he cooks. But for me, as someone editing it, I even get bored. And these are really tiring to watch sometimes, especially whenever you're already a little tired. Other than these just being attempted money merchants and just attempted ad merchants and just really low quality. There's so many other better ways that he can do this. But let me know what you all think, as I really don't know much about cooking, and I'm surprised because he actually put seasoning on some of this food. I'll show you all a clip and then I'll add a little extra afterwards. Also, while watching the video, I have like some things that you all should be looking for. I like to show these full videos because sometimes you all will notice stuff that I don't in like these full cut parts. Like, look for any signs of intoxication, any just like weird behaviors in general as well, any bad cooking practices and such, because I would love to just see it and there be a discussion about it in the comments down below. Again, sometimes you all notice stuff that I don't, and one thing that I noticed while listening to this in the sauces part is the heavy breathing. I'll have it on screen as well, just like some signs to look for, because there is some points that come up on later, and there's also just like some stuff overall, like maybe you all will see that I won't, and some stuff that you all will catch, because again, I don't know much about cooking.
Hello, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving from all of us here. But I promised you a Thanksgiving recipe. So I know I haven't been on lately. I've been really busy and just things have gotten crazy. But anyway, we're about to make my homemade bread stuffing. So, of course, it starts off with butter. And we're going to do some garlic from the butter dish. And just kind of let that get aromatic and give it up a nice smell. So I hope everybody's having a fantastic Thanksgiving. I know we are. We're watching the Thanksgiving Day parade. I'm making some stuffing. I made some pies last night. I made a pumpkin, a cherry, an apple. Made my cranberry sauce last night. Forgot to film that. Sorry, guys. All right, now we're going to throw some onions in here. Turn that up so it will cook. And some celery. Keep some of the leaves from the celery just to add extra flavor. And I got my fresh herbs, thyme, and sage, essential for this recipe. And it's going to smell like Thanksgiving in here very shortly.
Well, it's supposed to. That's what today is.
Exactly. So, I hope everybody is thankful for something. I hope you all have a lot to be thankful for, as I do. I'm very thankful for my family and for all of you who love to see me cook. So, all right. So we're just going to cook this down a little bit, and then I will show you the rest. Okay, so we've got our onions and celery and garlic, along with our thyme and sage, all cooked up. You just want to cook it until it's almost fully cooked. You don't want it fully cooked because it'll cook the rest of the way when you put the stuffing in. Are you going to get that out for me, Sarah?
Yep, I got it.
Okay. Sarah loves helping me with this part. Can you film and do this at the same time?
Yep, I got it.
Okay. Make sure you get all that goodness now.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing. I learned from the best.
Who would that be?
You.
Oh.
There we go.
All right, so we got that. Now, for the next part, we're going to need our chicken broth and chicken stock. So we've got the bone broth here. We're going to start with that. And the goal here is to get the bread and the veggies all sticking together nicely. So I'll put this chicken stock. I was going to get regular chicken broth, but they didn't have any.
That's okay. Chicken stock works too.
So we're just going to keep stirring this up and keep adding chicken broth and chicken stock until we get that nice, stuck together
Consistency.
Yeah, exactly. Get a kind of a mush going, but it won't be a mush when it's cooked for sure. Nice and brown and delicious. Now, I know I'm in Texas, and the tradition here is cornbread stuffing, but I've been making this bread stuffing since I lived in New Hampshire. It's what we love, and it's what I'm going to continue to make. So anyway, once this is all put together, we'll come on back. All right, so we got our stuffing. It's nice and sticky. Everything's incorporated, ready to go. So now I can't do a taste test on this right now because it's not done. But I'm going to stuff the turkey here in just a little bit, cook it up, get everything cooked, and then when we sit down to Thanksgiving dinner, I'm going to go ahead and film a taste test of everything. We'll let Sarah do it this time. Okay, guys, so here we go.
Here we go.
Let's see what you think, Sarah.
Best part of the whole meal.
Turkey.
It's definitely done.
Yeah.
Goodness. That is some good turkey.
Yeah. Cajun seasoned turkey.
Wow. As expected, delicious. Here you go.
Don't forget the eggnog.
Gotta try everything.
You know, you're missing out. You're missing the whole thing this video is about.
Oh, I know. Best for last.
Eggnog.
Love eggnog.
You can never go wrong with cranberry sauce.
Okay.
See what we get for stuffing.
Ready?
Yep.
How does it come out better every single time?
I don't know.
It's really good. Oh, almost forgot. Oh, they're soft.
Yeah.
Delicious.
You're doing it all wrong, Sarah. You should have put butter on that.
There is butter on it.
All right. Well, there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this stuffing video. So everybody have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see y'all next time. Remember, stay positive and have an amazing day.
Like I said, very, not great quality. I mean, he gets the kids to try it, but not himself. But I mean, someone has to taste test it. And of course they're going to say it's good, but overall, these videos just suck. These videos are terrible, and he needs to either do something better. I like long-form content, but there's no reason for him to be making 10-minute long TikToks. He can switch these to YouTube videos if he really wants to do something like that. The TikTok account also really isn't blown up like I think he wanted it to, although all you really do need is 1,000 followers and then just to get views after that. It's kind of like YouTube, where all you need to do is just hit the requirements to get monetized, and then after that, sub count is a plus and it's helpful in ways, but as long as you're just hitting great number view-wise. But no one's watching these full videos all the way through. I'm pretty sure most of you all are going to skip that entire video because it's stupid. Also, some of these things I've never heard of, like hamburger soup. That is so white, and that is so funny to me. There isn't many videos on this account. It doesn't seem like he's actually uploading every day. I know they said he wouldn't be uploading every day, but at the same time, this account's been up for 2 months, and there might be 25 videos, if even. So, I don't know, maybe he already gave up on this project. I mean, he had some videos do okay numbers-wise, hitting 10,000 views on TikTok. But other than that, he also hasn't really been active on any other social media besides the happy anniversary to his wife, which somehow he didn't bring up his daughter at all in the big old long paragraph that he made on Instagram as well. Maybe he truly is done with social media, or hopefully, but the last video he uploaded was actually a month ago, which is insane. About a month ago by the time you see this video. Also, probably him not uploading on this account is probably because it didn't succeed like he wanted to. Although that he was hitting he has 2,000 followers, close to that, and also, did well on some of the cooking videos. Still, I feel like just because it didn't blow up like he wanted to, he's just going to switch over to the next thing. I can't imagine what is next, though. But it's probably just another example of him just going from thing to thing. Also, going from thing to thing like they do, which I talk about later, just isn't a great idea. No, it gives off a bad vibe. The next one that you all will see, and the last one you're all going to see, is the one that he shows the sauces that he's going to attempt to sell to everyone. Honestly, I didn't look into the site because it's not secure. My computer's not even letting me go into the website, but I don't even think they have prices yet. The announcement for these sauces was on October 26th, and I have no idea if they've been attempting to sell these at all. From what it looks like in these videos, there's not a directed video just for actually selling these, but I guess maybe he's just cooking them a bunch. I don't know. Let me know if the sauces look safe or anything. Again, I don't know much about cooking. And continue on with the video. It at least doesn't look like the Resident Evil 7 dinners, which is probably what they're going to look like in the next few months. An example of his cooking in the past, though, because he made these videos before, I guess these were requested to make a return, but last year's Thanksgiving turkey he posted about had no seasoning and also had reptiles near the turkey, as they have like a lot of reptile pets. On top of it all, the turkey was in the sink while he was fixing it. When asked about the seasoning on the turkey, because there was none, he said, "Don't need it, enough flavor by itself," which is such a cracker thing to say. He's making white people look worse and showing off that weird stereotype of like white people not seasoning their food. One time he forgot to take off a sticker when cutting up peppers for a cooking video. I think it was a stuffed peppers cooking video. He also has this special sauce. He also has this, quote, special sauce he is now trying to sell.
Hello everybody and welcome to a very special video. So, you can see here I have some peppers, onions, and garlic. I'm about to roast this up. The reason this is a very special video, it's kind of a reveal of sorts. So, I have a passion for cooking. I love cooking. I just love it to death. I make a lot of sauces, from hot sauces, which I'm making today, to salsa, barbecue sauce, even homemade ranch. So why not turn my passion into a business? So that's what I'm going to do. So you're going to be here for the journey. I'm starting off checking out recipes, trying to find the right recipe for the hot sauce. And when I get my recipes locked in, Dad's Dream Sauces will be born. The logo is going to be up here on screen, and you'll get to see what it's going to look like. So I can't sell this one because I'm making it at home, and of course there's special regulations. It has to be made in an FDA-approved kitchen. But as soon as I get the recipes locked in, there's commercial kitchens right here in Garland where I can go and actually make these sauces and have them for sale. So be ready, because pretty soon, probably within the next month or two, by the end of the year, I should have sauces for sale on my website. So be prepared for that. In the meantime, enjoy this video. May teach you how to make hot sauce for yourself, or just, be ready when I go ahead and start selling. So we're going to take these over to the oven and roast them up. It's going to add some deep flavor. So let's go. All right, so I'm going to put all this, like I said, shallots, garlic, habanero, poblano, jalapeno. I took a lot of the seeds out of the hotter ones. So I want hot sauce, but I don't want it overpowering. So we're going to take this and we're going to set it in our 450-degree oven. And we're going to let that roast up for about 20 minutes or so. And then we get to make the sauce. Okay, so it's time to put this hot sauce together. So I've got my pan, and I've squeezed the juice out of one lemon and one lime. Make sure I get the seeds out. So we're going to start with that. And then I'm going to do about, say, a cup of vinegar. Actually, let's do 3/4, because we got the lemon in there. Okay. So there's that. Now, we're going to add to that a few shakes of this liquid smoke to give it a smoky flavor. Of course, some dill. Dad's secret ingredient. And then we add our mango. So I'll give it a nice fruity snap. Our radishes. Our tomatoes. Oops, hang on, I'm going to need a bigger hand, so give me just a second. All right, so I'm going to put a good squeeze of honey in there to give it some sweetness. And now we're going to add our roasted peppers, shallots, and garlic. I'm just going to put that all in there just like that. Okay. Now roasting that all is going to give it that nice roasted flavor. Okay. So now we got all this in here. And I'm going to put just a little extra liquid in there. And then I'm going to boil that or cook it down. And then we can blend it up. So stay tuned. This will be done in just a little bit. All right. So I've got my brand new Ninja blender. Actually only cost me $89.99 at Target. It's a really good blender. It's got multiple blades throughout the whole pole. This is what I need to make a nice smooth sauce. I'm just going to turn the power on. It's still a little hot, so I'm going to start really low. All right, all blended. I hope. We can release that there. Pop that off. Let's take a look at our sauce. Yeah. All right. I'm going to blend it up a little bit more to smooth it out a little bit more. And then I'll show you how we put it in the jars. All right, guys. So what I did here after I blended it up is I heated it back up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the temperature it needs to be to make sure it seals the jar and stays self-stable. So we're only going to fill these jars about 3/4 of the way full. Just to make sure there's some room at the top. Just like that. And that's the key to making a sauce shelf stable. You gotta put it in like mason jars or even bottles, but you gotta do it when it's 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Because otherwise it's not gonna create the vacuum that you need. So
A lot of sauce.
we're gonna have sauce for a while.
Yep.
And before I seal the jars up, guys, I'm going to try it live on camera so you can get my live reaction to how this tastes. I haven't even tried it yet. Smaller one to get the rest of this. Made a mess. Okay, so
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jars of sauce.
now, before we seal these, we're just going to wipe the rim. Make sure the jars are hot.
Yeah, it's the sauce is hot.
And especially this one. Made a big mess on this one. Okay, so there's still a little left in here, so let's get a clean spoon. All right, ready? All right.
How's it taste?
Okay. It's got that nice, sweet, lots of flavor, and a kick on the end. Well, we're going to call this the Dream Signature Sauce. So, look for that coming soon. Right now, we're going to cover these up. So just cover those up like that. And then you flip them over for about, say 5 to 10 minutes. And that's going to get all the bacteria off the cover and create the vacuum.
Still hot, isn't it?
Yep, very. So then these will be nice and shelf stable once they cool. So from what I've done research on, it's good for up to 8 months. So there you go, a new sauce. So I've got the recipe ready. Now I just need to get to the kitchen and get bottles, labels, all that good stuff. In the meantime, I'll put the logo back up here so you can see it. All right, guys, one hot sauce complete. So I hope you all have an amazing day and stay positive.
Talk about this later, but these people really just go from thing to thing and try to make money off of it. The website isn't even secured, which is super funny and weird to me. And also, these guys are probably paying like a lot of money a month on just the multiple websites they have made. I'm sure he deletes all the bad comments off of his cooking videos. It's so odd to see so many people supporting him though in the comment section, even if that's all that he leaves up. A part of me thinks that some of these are just AI comments that he probably pays for, because there is websites where you can go buy like fake followers, fake interactions with your videos like comments and likes and such, which Deji did, and that's a bannable offense on YouTube, but he never got banned for it. But I really assume that Patrick does this as a lot of the views and comments just seem so fake. Like, a lot of the interactions just seem so bot-like. Also, the people that are supporting him aren't just newer people who have no context about what's been going on. It's people that have stayed around despite all the drama and such and acted supportive. The other theory I would have about his support is that he has fake accounts. Like, he has just multiple fake other accounts that he acts like someone else on, which I think there is possible proof of. Also, from the video and what people have been saying, it seems like they are struggling pretty bad for money as they are now in an apartment and have talked about money and working issues in the past. This apartment is also not being kept up with or cleaned as well, as there's roaches seen in the cooking videos. There's also a part in Sarah's quote studio that seems pretty dirty, like a corner with a lot of dirt. And people have been pointing this stuff out, and it does seem concerning, as this means that these people are probably a bit dirty and don't keep up with themselves. Apparently, Patrick doesn't have any teeth, or like has few teeth, which is also a sign of how they are, like, hygienic wise. Also found a rabbit hole of projects and accounts they have had before. As I talked about in the past, he had like a Christian and reptile account, and they kept switching from thing to thing, like now with the jars of like sauce or whatever, which people have been criticizing right now. They apparently had a gaming channel, and Patrick was working on a game called 4 Days, and it was supposed to be a chapter-based horror game, kind of like the granny horror game that looks like one of those low-budget games that people like Dashy and that dude Jay from the Cub Scout play on their videos. In this game, you're attempting to escape a prison that has a crazy dude that looks like he's from Outlast, or kind of looks like Victor Zsasz from Batman, which is probably what he is trying to rip off. I couldn't really imagine him trying to make an original idea. They were charging $6 for the game, but they kept like making like $4 and $2 sales and whatever. It's on GameJolt, and it seemed to have fake reviews on it. Sarah had a review on there, and there's also some comments. GameJolt, I don't think is really known for like super high quality games. I think there is some on there, but like there's a lot of people that just make these type of games and just big channels play them. I don't think anyone ever played this game. On the gaming channel, there's a lot of random and interesting videos, to say the least. Whether the game is actually good or not, I don't know. I'm not going to buy it to figure out. I'm not giving these people $6. The last time they posted on the Twitter and YouTube of the Getchell Family Gaming or Games accounts were last year, but he might have started working on a new map at the moment, probably like a chapter 2 to this game. I don't really know like if this is true or not. I saw like one screenshot of him possibly showing like the new map, which looks like a house of some sort. There has been a new recent theory about them, as in some of the videos the dad seems to be intoxicated or at least slurring his words.
Sarah always says, remember, stay positive and have an amazing day. See that? In the meantime, I hope You remember to stay positive and have an amazing day.
Like in the intro video I showed you for the cooking account, one thing that I noticed was the really long blinks he took. A Reddit post by TaliaXXX says, "Is Patrick a drunk? I've had a suspicion for a while that Patrick abuses alcohol. There's been videos where he is slurring so much that spit is forming around his mouth for a whole cooking with dad video, and he doesn't even notice, and he constantly loses his train of thought and speaks super slowly. Then this whole, quote, poking the bear video, both him and Sarah seem completely out of it. And I know a lot of the time they give the vibe of lights on but no one's home, but Patrick's eyes are completely glazed over, and he's swaying about. What do you guys think?" Some people are saying that the family does substances and drink, or that he is just tired of all the hate and making videos and it's all getting to him. Or another theory, if you want to like be as tame as possible, is that he's just tired from work or something of the sort. I don't really know. Sarah has also been seen to do really low effort dances in her dance videos and other forms of low effort content recently. People have started to say that she looks sick and she looks unwell, and hoping that she has a doctor's visit. Sarah was also on a streak of not doing TikTok lives, and people were theorizing it's due to the dad getting too drunk or on whatever, and she couldn't really do much with him in that state live. A dad that acts like he does with his daughter while he is sober is absurd. I hope it's not worse whenever he's on anything, if he is on anything. I know my name is PERK30 on here, but I really do hate substances of all kinds. I'm highly against it all. That's a subject I might talk about on another day, but it's something that's really deep to me and really important to me to be like against that type of stuff. One interesting thing is that they haven't made a response video or any response statement to these theories from what I've seen, which is kind of interesting to me. I'm guessing they'll have to soon, because if enough people talk about it on the Reddit, which they most likely or most definitely look at, then they're going to have an issue and they're going to have to want to respond. One interesting thing I found around the quote trolls, as they like to call them, is that people actually do show a lot of concern for Sarah. But not just her, but they also feel bad for the mom, named Teresa, and the kid, Hunter. Some have been talking about that for whatever reason the mom doesn't cook and thinks that she would probably like to like, you know, be a mom and be a mother and be able to cook for the family, as most of the time they just make Sarah do it. And there has also been reports of Sarah and Patrick being mean to her. People have also been calling out that Hunter doesn't probably get a lot of attention at home, and on top of all that has to wear older clothes that don't really fit him anymore. I don't mean to shame anyone who has money struggles, but Patrick would literally buy Sarah dresses a lot in the past, and apparently recently they got like gifts for either Thanksgiving or something of the sort, and Hunter got a used iPad, and although that he was grateful for it, he needs new clothes. And there are plenty of cheaper options such as thrift stores and other places where you can get clothes for cheap. People are also concerned if Hunter and Sarah are getting any outside social life, as it seems like they're only around and talk to each other and their parents. It doesn't seem like anyone is on Patrick's side in any situation and everyone's heavily against him, as everyone sees him as a bad person, which is understandable, and I do too. To go back to Sarah, there was a longer post on Reddit that dove into all this pretty well and was very well spoken, and here it is. It is by FeistyAd6818. The title of the post is called "Sarah is genuinely one of the most boring and unfulfilled people I've ever seen. She has no real hobbies, she picks stuff up and tries to make money off of it before giving up days later. She has no friends to actually get to enjoy things with and learn from, probably because of her social awareness is non-existent, although I mostly blame the dad for that. She talks about extremely mundane things in the most surface level ways possible. She literally talks like an elementary school student. I don't know how else to describe it. She has no sensible goals aside from the goal of being a SeaWorld trainer, which she has made no efforts to get to that point. I think she's a little annoying and cringe, but at the same time it's sad seeing someone grow up like this and be stuck in such a bad situation. Honestly, I think if she hung out with people her age for a while and started taking classes, she'd improve pretty quickly. Everything I see of her, she just doesn't seem like her own person. Her clothes are always those weird t-shirts made by her dad. She's constantly talking about how much she loves her dad. She never talks about things that she does alone or for fun. It's always spending time with Patrick or doing stupid TikTok reviews for $5. Obviously, money is tight, but there are things people can do for fun that aren't expensive. I also think she'd really benefit from some time alone with some people her age. There's nothing wrong with being close to your family, but not socializing with anyone else isn't good for you either. Sarah, if you're reading this, which I know you are, you're still young and honestly have potential to grow and become someone. Stop listening to your dad for advice. He doesn't know anything that is actually going to help you, and seek out some higher education or something instead. Lots of community colleges have cheapish programs for you to get credits and meet people, and you would undoubtedly qualify for a traditional 4-year university's financial aid through FAFSA. Stop wasting your time in that cruddy motel. A lot of the comments also agree. They're also talking about their own personal experiences and how to actually help her. And it's super, like, sweet in a way that, you know, it's not all just hateful people and stuff like that. It's actual people that want to see her succeed and believe in her. Although the title is harsh, it is all true from our point of view. She has gotten a job at a grocery store, at least recently, and hopefully gets money to pursue whatever she wants and gets away from them, and actually has a social life at work. Go back to Hunter for a second. Maybe he goes to school. I at least hope he does, so he can have time away from them as well and have a social life outside of the family. They spend way too much time with their parents, and they have created a weirdly unhealthy attachment to them. She doesn't talk much at all about her social life or friends or going to do anything fun. You never see her posted up with like anyone else, and it's so concerning. She just talks about her dad. Her clothes are stuff that her dad wants her to wear or has bought her or has made, so she can't even get away from them really whenever she's outside the house. It is really her being someone else for someone else. One thing that I've noticed from the recent clips that can maybe give you all hope about her is that Sarah has recently been on like a streak, or maybe not like a streak or so, but there's been several clips come out of her just being like overall like unhappy, just kind of like a little bit more agitated in some posts and stuff, and kind of like some side comments. They have like this character now named Gil, which is supposedly the dad, is what a lot of people are suggesting, and there's like proof of it being the dad. But it said they say like it's a work friend, and the Gil or the dad has been catching strays during live streams and such. And so maybe she's now getting annoyed at this dude, or at the dad at least, and maybe she'll leave them soon. I'm guessing with her getting more money, she's be getting more confident and is going to start, you know, doing some probably trying to get away from them as soon as possible. So we'll see. Maybe she'll get away from them at some point and the truth will come out about everything. Maybe like a I Survived the Getchell family documentary in the future. Hopefully Sarah and Hunter get a or have a social life. The post also made a really good point, because why hasn't she told us anything about making progress to do this dream job of hers? Because this is like her dream job to go be a like SeaWorld trainer and such, but she has never talked about or done any steps to really get closer to that dream. And it's pretty annoying that she could spend her time actually going and achieving her dreams, but all that she does is just go from little thing to little things, and now she is doing arts and crafts and selling them online for money. But the last time I checked, which is like maybe less than 24 hours ago, the website in the link tree is now offline for whatever reason. One thing is that you can't completely blame her, as she is just born this way and has been raised this way, to be trapped and isolated in that home. I guess Patrick wants to keep it that way too, like keep her all to himself. I can only imagine. Could you imagine if Sarah got a boyfriend and how the dad would act? That's my woman right there. We can share, buddy. It is so interesting and actually pretty nice to see people want her to succeed. The post was very well said and well made. Another point that was true in it was her dad obviously doesn't know much that can help her grow. Some people can be broke and have like really good advice from their experiences, but it's clear that these people are deranged, idiotic weirdos. No offense to the kids, as they are forced to live this way, sadly, and were only taught this way. There is plenty of like other opportunities that she has, and she should really just, if she wants to do that job at SeaWorld, go do it. Like, go follow your dreams, get the money saved up, move to Florida, and then just focus on that, or whatever you have to do. I don't know if that needs a degree or not, and if it does need a degree, then yeah, go through FAFSA. But before this video ends, there is also other cases of Patrick being too touchy and creepy with Sarah, such as terrible hand placement like in this picture, and weird over-touching in both the videos and live streams, which I'll show here.
Hi, Nikki! I'm still here, trust me. Just letting her handle most of social media.
Hello, everybody! Well, you know, we had a dance today, Sarah.
Yep.
So we kind of had to get nostalgic here and do the dance challenge.
Yeah.
Our world famous dance challenge. So we'll do the same dance.
Yeah.
Same dance.
Yep.
And
You choose the winner.
Yeah.
Just like on the Dream Team channel.
yeah, you choose the winner. It's kind of fun to get nostalgic, especially
It is.
kind of poking the bear with our trolls. They are so riled up right now.
Yep.
Like crazy.
Yep.
And it's
That's
funny as hell. So anyway, yeah, love poking the bear.
Poke the bear.
Poke the bear.
Just keep poking
Yeah,
the bear.
poke the bear. Anyway, Y'all are gonna love this one. We're gonna do the dance, and you get to choose the winner. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
People looked into Patrick's following one day and saw that he follows what looked like to be a 18+ account, which what makes it even worse is that it looks like a bot account. It's even more absurd that Sarah defends her dad whenever she can, as there was a comment on TikTok, and I'm not sure exactly on what video, but the TikTok says, "Girl, this is exactly why rumors are started. It's not hate, people are genuinely concerned. We wouldn't be concerned if we didn't love either of you." Sarah responds by saying, "Oh, come on. Would you people stop with the, quote, genuinely concerned BS? There isn't a single video we posted that even remotely showed anything that was inappropriate or harmful." I feel like the dad also responds to these comments at times from her account, which I think I talked about in the video before, because it is so strange to think that you're not doing anything wrong. Like, not the slightest bit think that what you're doing is maybe a little weird, or maybe you can cut down on the touching, maybe you can cut down on, like, the time spent together. It's just, it's so strange. It's so creepy and it's so gross. If this is actually Sarah commenting back, it's either a lie. I feel like everyone has enough consciousness, unless you're completely mentally delayed or in her situation, to know that this isn't okay to be this way and to be so isolated on top of everything else. But that's all I have for this update. If y'all like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, as I do make videos on other people like this. I'm going to try to upload on the weekdays if there's any small drama to cover that I find interesting. There'll be other update videos on people I've talked about in the past in the near future. There'll probably also be another update video on this family, because I'm assuming that some stuff is going to go down near Christmas and all that, where they're going to be really touchy over the holidays. If there's enough to talk about in the future, I'll definitely do another update. Maybe they'll respond to me, which I kind of hope they do. I really want them to make a response video, because to me, on top of it just being more content for me, on top of everything, it would also help that the community sees that video. Like, the people that support this family would see the video. It also just spreads it more to people to show, like, hey, this family is bad and please do not be like this family. If you haven't already, please go watch part 1. There's so much, like, how are you this far and not watch part 1 yet? But there's so much evidence and just overall very interesting and creepy video. There's so much evidence in part 1 to show the creepy behavior. It's just overall interesting, and it's a so interesting and weird conversation to have, because we talk about family enmeshment, which is something very interesting that I didn't even know existed. Interesting what you can learn while doing research for these videos. But to go on, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments down below. I hope everyone is okay and will enjoy the holidays, whether alone or not. I'm always pretty optimistic, so to be like optimistic about everything, there's some good game sales on video games, as there always is around the holidays. You can probably get some very good games for cheap right now, and Netflix always has something to watch, especially right now with Squid Game coming out on the 26th of December. So the day after Christmas, you get another Christmas gift, which is Squid Game Season 2. Could be pretty good, I don't really know. But overall, just have fun, enjoy everything, please be festive, let's bring festivity back, and in the end, I'm PERK30, and Merry Christmas, and God bless.
Ugh.